Menace is sobriety.
I wasn't alcohol and drug dependent, but I think this is a massive misconception that men have out there, lads have out there. They think that if they aren't waking up and reaching for a packet or reaching for a bottle of vodka, that they haven't got a problem.
Yeah.
But the pure fact that twice, 2, 3, 4 times a month, more sometimes, I was getting myself in such a state that it was affecting the people around me and my work. That's a problem, right?
So thank God you weren't using it every day. Can you imagine? So, and that's really important, because my point there was that's one less thing for you to worry about. Because if you've got the dependency as well, like alcohol dependency, then you can't just suddenly stop drinking alcohol, because you could have a seizure and die, right?
Yeah.
So it changes the game to another level. So, and I was like you, it was progressive.
Yeah.
It didn't start out that way, but at the end, if you're using less and you're leaving carnage behind, it's a problem, right?
Yeah.
I always say, what is addiction? It's the overriding obsessive thought to change the way that you feel. Overriding obsessive thought to change the way that you feel.
Wait. So an overriding obsessive thought to change the way that you feel.
Yes.
So I feel normal now, and then, oh my God.
I'm freezing. I'm not going to lie. I'm fucking freezing.
Oh my God.
I can't even think properly.
I'm so cold. I'm wondering.
Do you know what I mean?
I can't stop visualising what my penis must look like now. Do you know what I mean? It probably looks like your head right now, my dick.
I really hope it doesn't.
No, but listen, so say that again to me. It's an overriding...
The overriding I can't even speak. It's that cold. It is that cold saying it.
Wait your jacket back on it. I won't judge you. Go on.
The overriding obsessive thought to change the way that you feel.
So let me put this into my mind and tell me if you think that this is addiction. And I'd always have this. And many men out there or whoever's listening will have situations that are like this. I'd get on the train if it was like Thursday, Friday. If I was coming into London for a meeting, on the way up on the train, I'd be like, man, I'm getting fucked up today. I want to get fucked up today. Not knowing why, for no reason. And then once I'd have a couple of drinks, I want to get on it. I want to get on it, but not knowing why. And then sometimes not getting on it, but at some point I knew it was coming, do you know what I mean, to get on it and not be able to change that thought process. Something inside me going, no, we're getting fucked up today. We are getting fucked up today. Yeah. That's not a natural place to be, is it?
No, but that's also a little bit of association. Yeah, so most of my triggers were Friday night, the weekend, right?
Yeah.
So by Thursday, I was like, my feet were so excited, I'm going to go out. And then it would be, as you call it, the sesh.
Yeah.
And that would go on for how long it go on, but Tuesday, Wednesday, there wasn't really much going on. So you can have an association. So it's about changing that pattern of behaviour. But the overriding obsessive thought to change the way that you feel is all about, because there are loved ones that will say, why can't they stop for me? Like, no love for anyone or your kids or your family will stop you. That doesn't make you a bad person. It means you're unwell at that time. That no matter what goes on, it's overridden. That obsessive thought, more, change the way you feel. The inability to cope with your emotions in a rational way. So you've got to change the way that you feel. And the way that my using used to work is my head. Right, so what's going on? It'd be like that.
Come on.
Tap, 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 tap. And I'll be trying to engage with you. And it's just like, I need to go and use, and it's quiet. And then, everything's all right. And then the tapping's back, so now I've got to use some more. And that's how it become all the time. And it was tiring. It was exhausting. But everyone's route is different. I do believe a lot of it's to do with our attachment issues, our trauma of the past, opportunity.
Yeah, I think.
Yours was opportunity in that case. It's like I'm going out, sesh.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I wasn't necessarily upset. I mean, my using and my drinking really increased when my father passed away, like as a coping mechanism. But I mean, I consciously done that. I'm like, I'm going to get fucked up. Fuck it. I don't care. I'm getting on the fucking smash hard for as long as I want. And I did for like a year. I was just fucking hitting it hard. And the sad thing about that situation for me, if you asked all of my friends around me if I was going through something back then, none of them would have noticed because they were all on the sesh with me. Do you know what I mean? And that breaks my heart because I look back and I think, fuck me. When I look back, I think, fuck me, I was hitting it hard and I was just fucking going for it. Maybe even like, do you know what I mean? Self-destructively, and no one noticed because they were doing that naturally anyway. Yeah. And that's so fucking scary.
Yeah, it's scary.
It's so scary to think about, but...
and so relatable. I'm sure I relate to that, and I'm sure many people listening will relate to that. But I think what we have to remember is it don't matter how much you use, what it is you use. It doesn't really matter, or drink. It doesn't matter. But it's what it represents. So I always say that. So you could be addicted to anything. It doesn't really matter. Whether you sleep, drink, smoke, fuck, doesn't really matter. The reality is, what is your relationship like? And my relationship with alcohol is not a healthy one. My relationship with drugs is not a healthy one. It started out okay, but then it became a
coping mechanism.
Right. It came an avoidant of reality, of life, to do life.
Yeah.
Or a soother because I felt like I wasn't achieving in life. So no matter how you put a spin on it, it was like the alleviator until it became the enemy. So then you're really fucked.
I really relate to that, and I think where I was going with that is I think that there's a lot of men out there right now, there's a lot of geezers out there right now that don't necessarily understand that they're unhappy. They don't realise that they're not satisfied with their life, because what they're actually doing is they're doing their job 9 to 5. Lads out there getting up and they're working hard. Nothing's really changing for them in life. So they think to themselves, do you know what? I need some fucking pleasure, man. I need some good shit. And their good shit is getting fucked up at the weekend. That's my good shit. That's my present to myself. That's what I deserve. And unfortunately, when the weekend finishes and they go back to what they consider their mundane life, it's harder and it's more tricky. And I've done a video today where I said in them, like, the place that you're in now and the place that you want to be as a man, right? We all want more. We all want to be more successful. We want more money. We want more stuff, a nicer house, a nice thing, but you can't really start achieving anything you want unless, you know, I feel like you're genuinely at peace with yourself, because you're just in like a vicious circle. And I honestly believe that now that I've come out of that loop of getting fucked and then recovering and getting fucked and recovering, and I've started working on myself, my fitness and my mind, and calming down, nicer things and better things are happening for me. They genuinely are.
Yeah.
And do you find that all the people that you've met that have gone sober, that better things are happening for them?
I think so. I think, look, life is always going to happen. Life on life terms happens. It's just still, it doesn't promise you freedom from life on life's terms. It's always going to happen. But, you know, and don't get twisted. I'm not here, I'm sure you're not, to sit here and
preach.
Right. You know,
I don't want to preach.
If you want to get on it, that's your business and enjoy it, because I got on it because I enjoyed it, right?
Yeah.
But when it turns and you know deep down that I'm not getting shit done because I'm hanging at my ass,
or my family's upset with me,
right,
I'm pissing people off,
then it's becoming a problem. If it's costing you more than money, then it's becoming a problem. It's having that humility to say, I need to look at my behaviour and look at myself. You know, am I burning the candle at both ends? You know, because there's nothing wrong with a human to go and experience, right?
Right, yeah.
That's what it's about.
And also, like I always say that. I always try and say that because I've divided my audience, definitely. I mean, I grew my audience on the sesh. Do you know what I mean? I grew my audience on, you know, I had a beer brand, sold loads of beer, and I got the sesh gremlin character. I do everything around the sesh and everything. And there's a lot of tragedy in my comedy that's associated with people that are fucked up, like I was. But I often say it as well, and I think I need to amplify it, that if you don't have an unhealthy relationship with drink, and you can go out on a Friday and a Saturday night, have a few fucking beers, and you come back and your world ain't turned to shit, then fucking more power to you. But like you say,
it's how you wear it. And the reality is that some people will justify that behaviour. I know I did. Well, I don't do it every day, or I don't do it, you know, at the beginning. But that's the point, is that if you want to go and do that and you enjoy it and you've got and you can honestly look in the mirror and say, look, you know what, there is no issues about that. I work hard, I play hard, I want to do what I want to do. Fine, God bless you. But it's the payoff. What's the relationship with it? No matter what the acting out is, I always say, what is your relationship with that acting out? What's your motive for doing it? Is it to change the way that you feel to avoid? Or is it actually just like getting on it with my mates and having a bottle of wine, or getting on it in the pack, whatever you want to do? What is the payoff and what is the motive? And if you don't think it's a healthy one, then have a look at it. That's all I'm saying around it.
Menace is sobriety. Just a menace, just a menace. Just a menace. Menace is sobriety. Just a menace, just a menace. Menace is sobriety. Just a menace, just a menace. Just a menace. Menace is sobriety.